exciting to see Lily get excited that she's going to be a big sister. But it's also nerve-wracking because people talk about the transition from 1 to 2. And I know when I first saw you, I think that was probably one of my main concerns. But now that I am at the end, I do realise that everything just fits in.
I'm Dr. Bronwyn Hamilton, obstetrician and gynaecologist. We are here today at Melbourne Eastern Women's Specialist, and I'm joined by the lovely Alicia and gorgeous baby Joey. And as you may remember, we were very privileged to join Alicia during her birth at Mitcham Private Hospital, where she gave birth to little Joey in episode 2. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that one out. And today Alicia is here for her postnatal visit, and I thought what better time to chat with her and recap about the birth and see how her recovery has been, and hopefully get some tips for you all at home if you're planning or may end up with a caesarean birth. So thanks for joining us, Alicia.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
So yeah, just jump straight into it. Just wanting to know how the birth went. How did everything go for you?
It was really, really good. We, I think thanks to yourself, we were very prepared. Still a few nerves to start with going in, but still quite calm and whatnot, and we couldn't wait to meet the little man. And like you said, once again, from the previous episode, I think the most amazing thing, and I will never forget, is when he did come out, his little arms reached out to us.
So gorgeous.
He was so beautiful.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful experience.
So good.
It was so lovely, so lovely.
So good to hear. And so what does it feel like? Just describe to me, what are the sensations that you feel whilst you're having a caesarean?
It is very, very hard to describe, and a lot of people I think might get nervous that you are going to feel a bit of pain, or I suppose you've got no idea what to expect, but pain is not a thing. It is, you do not feel anything like that, but there are sensations.
Yep.
So you do feel a bit of pulling, a bit of tugging. You can sort of feel your body moving a little bit.
Yep.
But I think for me, focusing on what is actually happening, and that all of these feelings are normal, and that they're there because your little one is about to come out, and you become quite excited about what's coming on the other side of the sheet, which is very exciting. But the other thing that I found is, if something is starting to make you a little bit nervous, is just to ask what is that? What is happening? Is that normal? And then you settle back down again.
That's good.
So it's
great strategies there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So following the birth, how was the recovery in the hospital? How did you find things? What happens the first couple of days after you give birth?
It's funny, I was actually thinking about it this morning, and there is a part of it that does become a blur because it is a whirlwind and you go through it. But from what I can remember, it was extremely supportive. For the recovery from a caesarean, you need to expect to be bedbound for the first couple of days. To not push yourself. It is slightly painful. It is a major surgery. But if you follow everything that not only you are telling us, but the midwives at Mitcham, you can limit that and sort of help yourself through it.
Yeah.
Don't get out of bed, don't push yourself when you shouldn't, and accept the help. So when you have your midwives coming in, once you are able to get out of bed or with your partner there, and you do want to have a little bit of a walk around, don't try and rush yourself, you know, and accept that shoulder to lean on as well.
Beautiful.
For me, I just took everything really, really slow. And, you know, Joey in his little bassinet next to us, it really helped. You want to go for a little wander, you can wheel him around with you and
beautiful
and whatnot. So it's, I suppose that's the main key. And we spoke about it earlier, is take it easy. Take everything slow.
That's right.
And
be kind
take
to
it
yourself.
in. Yes, very much so.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And what advice would you have in terms of kind of recovery? Like, was there any items you found helpful to take with you, or in general?
Yeah, definitely everything probably oversized. Your oversized undies, your oversized pajamas. You want to be as comfortable as possible. I found everything loose. The belly band definitely helped, but I also found the Tubi grip was pretty much all I needed, and just to have that little bit of extra support, it was fantastic.
Beautiful. That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent. And so what kind of tips do you have for mums who are either planning a cesarean or may end up with a cesarean birth?
My biggest tip is to plan or be as organised as you can be at home. So for me, I have a basket, and I still have it on my bedside table. Joey is in his bassinet in our room still, and in that basket is everything that I need. So nappies, wipes, I've got spare clothes, I've got a bottle of water, I've got my breast pump. Anything you can think of, the nipple balm, anything you may need throughout the night is in arm's reach. Yeah,
that's good. Great advice.
Especially a change of clothes, because there's a good chance you'll need one throughout the night. And then the other thing is meal prepping. If you can get on top of that prior, it just helped for the first few nights or the first couple of weeks. We've got nutritious meals in the freezer. We can just pop them in the microwave and we're good to go, and you can focus on your little ones.
Perfect. That's good. And so now you're a family of 4.
We are.
Do you have any tips for people at home who are about to have their second child, how to manage having 2 kids at home?
Once again, I suppose it just comes down to organisation, but we are very, very lucky. He's slept the whole time here today.
Amazing.
So he's a little angel. He's very cool, calm and collected. But the thing that I would probably do a little bit differently and have a bit more emphasis on is talking my first child through it a little bit more, and you know, letting her know as what it means when we do come home, that we are going to be a family of 4, and we did prepare for that as much as we could. But they're big changes to happen. And I think that's the one thing I realised. It's not just yourself that's going through the changes, it's the whole family. So some more discussions around that, and just a bit of preparation.
And how's she going with it?
She loves him. She loves him so much. She wants to pick him up.
Love.
She gets him out of his sleeping bag. I've got to try and stop her going in too early though. If he's just stirring, she just wants to go and play with him. But she says that he's her baby Joey. So cute.
So gorgeous.
So cute.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's the thing. I think the toddler can be the hardest part when you have that second child, can't they?
It's funny because I was preparing myself for number 2 to be difficult to settle in, but number 1 was the hard one.
That's right. The baby's usually quite easy the second time.
And you always told me that, so I understand.
You're ready.
Yes.
That's good. Amazing.
but he's beautiful. We're very lucky.
He's gorgeous, so beautiful. Oh, so cute.
He's got lots to say too.
He's like, what about me? Cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your birth journey
Thank you
and
for
coming
us.
today and explaining everything. I'm sure it'll be so helpful for all mums that are planning to have a baby soon. So yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone. Feel free to check out Alicia's birth video if you haven't already checked that out in episode 2. Yeah, watch the whole journey because it's been amazing.
Yeah.
We've, loved watching everything and learning all about everything. Having your second baby, I think we've all learned a lot. So feel free to check out that one. Feel free to like and subscribe on this channel. Hit the bell if you haven't already. And I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. See ya.
Bye.